Hi, boys and girls. Hopefully you remember that the word native means from there. So a Native American is someone who is from America. Now, it doesn't really mean like we are Native Americans because most of our families come from another country. But the people who were here before Columbus and the Pilgrims, those people, they are actually considered from America. They are the first Americans and are called Native Americans. There are also a lot of native foods, and those are foods that were growing here in America well before the Pilgrims came. If you recall, when I showed you in this book, Three Young Pilgrims, this page, there were all these foods that were already here. Some of those were tobacco, which is not a food but is used, wild onions, Jerusalem artichokes, acorns, chestnuts, blackberries, wild currants, strawberries and gooseberries, ground nuts, walnuts, crab apples, turkey, duck, goose, watercress, lamb's quarters, maple syrup. I actually have lamb's quarters everywhere in my yard. They're not super delicious, but you can put them in a salad and they're good for you in a salad. Maple syrup, bird's eggs, raccoons, beaver, deer, bear, and rabbit. These are all animals that are from here. We may not eat all of them, but there are all these fish. There are all these shellfish, corn, beans, pumpkin, cushaw squash, acorn squash, crookneck squash, gourds, zucchini, leeks, and one other thing that is from here that I actually don't think was in this book. It's cranberries. Cranberries are a very traditional Thanksgiving food. I don't think there's ever been a year that there hasn't been some cranberry sauce on the Thanksgiving table. Probably you'll see it at your house too. And some people make cranberry sauce that looks like a jelly, and some people make it that have whole berries in it. You can buy it in a can at the store, and usually I have my kids taste test some cranberry products like cranberry juice, dried cranberries called craisins, and also cranberry sauce. Most of the time they love all of them. Only a few kids don't love them, but they are really good. So we're going to read about cranberries, and today we're going to do a lot of activities that have to do with cranberries, and I'm going to try to show you some of the things I would do at school if you were here, and if you can do them at home, you can go ahead and try them. Now, moms and dads may not have the things. They may say no, and that's okay. If that's the case, you can just watch me do them and learn a little bit. So cranberries. Here's the table of contents. This is a nonfiction book, so this tells me that if I want to read about bogs, it's on page 6. So, cranberries grow on vines. Cranberry vines grow in bogs. People fill the bogs with water when it is harvest time. So a bog is a wet piece of land. So the cranberries can be grown on either dry, they can be harvested dry, or they can be harvested wet in the bogs. So what they'll do when it's time to harvest, they'll pour a bunch of water into the bog and fill it up like a pond. So what you saw is the cranberries floating up on the water. Farmers wear high boots to harvest cranberries. The boots keep farmers from getting too wet. Farmers use machines to pull the cranberries off the vines. Then the cranberries float on the water. You see the cranberries? Farmers use pieces of wood to move the cranberries together. See, they're moving them in with the wood. Farmers push the cranberries onto a moving belt. The belt moves the cranberries from the bog to a truck. It's kind of like when you're at the grocery store. That rubber thing you put your groceries on is a belt, and it moves your groceries to the person checking out. So they put the cranberries go onto that belt, and it takes them up, and then you can see it shooting them into the truck. Farmers harvest many cranberries in a day. That's a lot of cranberries. People look through the cranberries and take out the bad ones. The good cranberries will be sold in stores. Cranberries are used to make many foods. That looks pretty delicious. Now at the end you have your new words. It tells you what certain words mean. I'm going to be posting a video down below. And the video that I'm going to post for you guys is going to show you cranberries and how they're harvested and how they go into the factories and how they test for freshness. And so I want you guys to watch that, and after I'll talk to you a little bit about what we usually do at school and what you can do if mom and dad will let you. So have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.